Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Running Real Estate Podcast. I'm Ryan Haley, and today I'm excited to share with you an interesting report that came out from Realtor.com. And I found this very timely because we are into the fall real estate market here. And Realtor.com came out with their best week to buy real estate in 2024. And what we're all seeing here, or basically what Realtor.com is reporting, that nationally, the week of September 29th through October 5th will be the best week this year to buy real estate. And I've highlighted a bunch of some of their factors that they've put together as to why they feel that is going to be the best time to buy real estate. And most of it has to do with the fact that that time of year, typically we see kids that are back in school. There's more activities going on. Thus, people have a little bit more in their schedule, so there is less buyer demand in most cases that week. At the same time, we have seen inventory rise since November of 2023, every single month. In fact, we're up about 30% nationally compared to last year at this time as far as homes that are for sale. So what does that mean? For a buyer, when there's a little bit more inventory to choose from and a little bit less competition in the marketplace, that points to a more favorable time to possibly negotiate. And it's not just the price, but also possibly find the terms that would benefit you the most, meaning you can work on settlement dates, you can negotiate the possibility of credits, possibly even having home inspections done. A lot of these things that we did not see during the pandemic era. So that is all leading to the fact that that particular week nationwide is going to be the best week that Realtor.com believes in 2024. So what they went on to say was that the first week in October might see up to 37% more active listings than at the start of the year. Buyers are poised to save over $14,000 during that week compared to with the summer peak of the market, which has our median priced home sale of $445,000. So you definitely have the chance to possibly save during that week. Also wanted to point out here that this is not just this is actually a national figure, but what does that relate to when we look at local numbers? And Realtor.com, which I'm going to put into the link below here so you can have access to this, Realtor.com has broken down a number of different metros and has stated when the best week might be for that particular metro. New York, Newark, New Jersey, they say that September 15th through the 21st will be the best week. In LA, interestingly enough, it's a little bit later, October 27th through November 2nd. Chicago, they're stating, will be September 29th through October 5th. You know what I kind of liken this to? This is very similar to like fall foliage. I don't know if you've ever seen one of those graphs, but especially here in the Northeast or Mid-Atlantic to the Northeast, people are always trying to figure out when the leaves are going to be at their peak with the fall foliage, and it's different for every region. That's kind of what I think of when I look at this report. Washington, D.C. and Northern Virginia, they're saying that we've already actually missed the peak, and that was September 8th through the 14th would have been the best time to buy. But when we look at here in Maryland, the Baltimore / Columbia / Towson area, October 13th through the 19th, they are predicting is going to be the most favorable week for a buyer there. And the reason being that that particular week we could see 16.6% more inventory, and they also rank the number of showings. They're anticipating that based on everybody's schedules that the number of showings will actually be down a little bit that week, down 34.6% over other weeks. So once again, more inventory, less competition. That puts you in a better spot as a buyer. The last thing I want to talk about, and I'll put this graph up as well, you've heard me mention that interest rates have continued to improve. Well, for the last 12, and actually now 13 weeks, we've seen mortgage interest rates that have declined, and tomorrow is Fed Day. Tomorrow could be an extremely historic day as we could see the Fed possibly reduce the federal funds rate for the first time in 4 years, which would be huge news, but it doesn't directly affect mortgage rates. But I wanted to give you this quick comparison. If you're thinking about how much you could have saved in the last few months, or what the true savings looks like with the interest rate coming down, if we go back to April of 2024 and you had a loan amount of $400,000, at that time you would have expected to pay have a mortgage interest rate of 7.52%, which would have equated to a monthly payment of $2,802. Fast forward to today. So this is from April 2024 through today. That same loan amount of $400,000 at 6.21%, which is the average 30-year fixed mortgage rate as of today, your monthly payment is now $2,429. That's a difference of $373 a month. And when you multiply that every single month over the course of a 30-year loan, that's a savings of $134,000, which is amazing. And that's just the difference that we've seen from April through today. So if you've been on the sidelines for a while because interest rates were too high, affordability was squeezed, I encourage you to take some of these facts in the Realtor.com report and this graphic that I'm going to put up with the interest rate comparison. And you might want to get back into the marketplace, or at least keep your eyes peeled for that perfect property. As I mentioned in my team meeting to my staff and my team this morning, you never know when opportunity is going to present itself. And you just never know when that perfect home is going to pop up. The one that is the one and will be the one for the near future. You want to make sure you're in a position to be able to buy that property. So the only way you can do that is if you continue to look. So there you have it. That is two topics that I wanted to cover. Interest rates, which are improving, monthly payments, which are improving, which equals affordable or improvement in affordability. And finally, the Realtor.com best week to purchase report. So once again, take a look at these below. If you need anything at all when it comes to real estate, it would be our pleasure to assist. Please like and subscribe and share this with your friends. And we look forward to seeing you back here on another edition of the Running Real Estate Podcast.